Hello friends, this is Raj Sastry from Raj Option Trading. Today is May 22nd, 2021. I want to talk about heavily shorted stocks with volume greater than 1 million. So with that, here I got few images. First is Luminar. They're into autonomous driving, and it's a very good company. Their slogan here is "We have seen the future of transportation because we built it." I think it's a smaller player. They're trying to do good thing. I think it's good to give them some opportunity to shine. So the next one is Fastly. This is a great company. They're into content delivery network. I think it's also a great company. Heavy short position at this point. So we'll go into these two and more companies and see if they're worth investing at this point. So with that, here are a few very heavily shorted stocks. We got Luminar, Nikola, IPOE, Blink, and so on and so forth. As you can see here, the float short is very high, 46, 43, 42, and so on and so forth. One thing I have noticed is really as you scan through multiple websites, be it shortinterest.com, Yahoo Finance, FinViz, many of these websites have got different, short float ratios. So I think it's good to maybe stick with one or two and go from there. And also look at the price action, look at the daily volume, daily price action. That will help you to understand, are we in a short squeeze scenario right now, or are we still accumulating more and more short ratio, meaning people are shorting more and more. By looking at the price and volume, you'll get a good understanding where are we in this short squeeze cycle. And we got a couple more here: Clover, Senseonics, Agora, so on and so forth. So with that, let's go into a couple of these stocks and see if it's worth buying these stocks. If you're a little bit contrarian, you could also look at selling short, or you can also look at buying put options. So the key is really when the stock is trying to go up, that's when you buy it, so that way you can take advantage of short squeeze. But when the stock is going down, it's at a high position right now, it's going down, that's when you can buy put option, or you can even short if you're up to it. But better way to play is really you can you can buy a put option, or you can even buy a put spread. So it's a little bit better way to play if you want to play on the shorter side. So with that, let's go into a couple of these heavily shorted stocks. As you can see, our first one is Luminar Technology, ticker symbol LAZR. They got $15 million in sales. That's a good number. Heavy market capitalization, 7.25 billion, 27 billion. And as you scan through this, they got a high short float ratio, and they're heavy, very high from valuation perspective. So you got to watch out, the valuation. But as you scan through 1 day, 1 week, 2 week, you can clearly make out, stock is really, they have done some amount of short squeezing already. So it's up 30% in 1 month. 2 week it's 2.70. 1 week it's 1.20, and in 1 day they have fallen off heavily, 7.56. So you could watch this for a couple more days and see, is it going to fall down more, and slowly build the position. That's how you play it. So you got to watch out, as it's falling down right now, and it's got a heavy short ratio at this point, which is 46%. Watch slowly as it falls off, build a small position, and then be ready for the short squeeze. So they're 55% down from 52-week high. And then you got a couple more here. Nikola, same story here. 1 week down, 1 day down, but they're up big for 2 week and 1 month. So this is where you got to look at the price action. Look at past 10 to 20 days, and how is the volume, how is the price. If they're up significantly in last couple days, then probably you don't want to buy too much. But if they are slowly, gradually showing some strength to go up, or if you feel like hey, what, volume is steady, stock is going down, if in that scenario you can buy a little bit and hold it for a long time. And I would also look at things like RSI, relative strength index. If it's already at a high price or a high point, then you might not want to buy the stock. If the RSI is high, you should look at doing a short size, meaning buying a put option or a put spread. So with that, we got a couple more here, Blink and Workhorse. As you can see here, they're up in a 1 week time frame. But Workhorse could be a better candidate if you want to play a short squeeze game, because they're up for the week, down for the day. There may be some room for this to go up. But Blink charging, as you can see here, some amount of short squeeze already happened. You can look at the chart and see is it worth entering at this point, but I think they've gone up to some extent. So as you scan through here, GoodRx, this is one of the better place. As you can see here, stock has been down in 6 month, 3 month, 1 month, 2 week, but now in 1 week and 1 day they're showing some strengths of some strength here. So this may be one you can slowly buy some and build a position and go from there. Then we got Clovis, Oncology, Senseonics, Fastly. I've highlighted some of these stocks mainly because they got positive sales growth, as you can see here. And when you buy the stocks with a positive sales growth, you have some confidence here, because whether it's short squeeze or not, stock has a good sales growth. So you're a little more confident to buy this at this point. One of my favorites is Fastly. As you can see here, Fastly has been doing good in 1 day, 1 week, 2 week time frame, and it's got a high short ratio, as you can see here, 32%. I think it's a good one. It's on a down day you could buy Fastly. They're up for last 2 weeks or so, but it's good to buy slowly and take advantage. It's good to buy great companies with the short squeeze scenario. HUYA is again one of my favorites here. It's been down, as you can see here, for a couple right from 6 month, 3 month all the way. It's good to buy HUYA also slowly and take advantage of any short squeeze. Sometimes these Chinese stocks will provide you wild swings. You want to stick with one that's got a sales growth. SmileDirect is also okay type play. The stock is kind of stuck at $7-8 for a long time. I've seen them going up to 10, 12, and then come back down. I don't see too much, this going too high, but it's okay to play the game a little bit, because stock has been up and down, as you can see here. We got one more here, Kingsoft. It's a positive sales growth, as you can see here. Stock has been falling off since 3 month, 1 month, all the way to 1 week, 1 day. 1 week and 1 day, I think it's trying to gain some momentum slowly. This may be one that you can slowly buy and hold for a while. So we got a couple more. I will not go through them in great details. So you got the idea here. You got to look at the great companies with the nice sales growth here, and also look at how it's doing in a 1 year, 6 month, 1 week. Is it gaining momentum and strength in a shorter term time frame? If that's the case, you can slowly venture into it. But if you're a contrarian and don't want to look at sales growth, you could also look at companies that are showing some positive momentum in a 1 day, 1 week time frame, and then you can go into the stock and buy some. As an example, if you look at Altis USA, they're almost at a 52-week high, just 3.6% down from 52-week high, but they're showing some strength in 1 day chart. So you could buy some because there is some strength, and take it from there. So next, I also like Maxion and VTV. Maxion as an example, I think they're showing some strength in 1 week chart, but they're down in the 1 day. I think it may be okay to buy some and hold. All these solar stocks have lost their momentum off late. If you're a little bit longer time horizon person, you could buy some of this Maxion and hold for a while. VTV, I think they're also kind of up and down, as you can see here, down for the day, up for the week. It may be okay to buy some of this VTV, very low dollar stock, and hold for a long time. So we got a couple more, some of my favorites. I like Beyond Meat also. They're showing some momentum in 1 week, and 1 day it's down. This stock also trades widely. Inseego, I think it's trying to get its mojo back. It was stuck at $7. Now it's $8. As you can see here, 1 week it's showing some momentum. This is also a good one to buy slowly and accumulate. Um, I like Solo also, Electromecca. As you can see here, they're getting some momentum in 1 day and 1 week. It's good to accumulate this stock. Also, this stock does very well when EV EV stocks go up. They did very well last year. I think it's a good one to buy slowly. We got a couple more here. Calon, Hostess, Moses, same story, positive sales growth, and they have a high short ratio. Also, I like Chewy. It's also a good play, a very high short ratio as you can see here, and they're also kind of 1 day they're down, 1 week they're neutral, and even Big Five Sporting Goods, same story. It's a good stock. 1 week up, 1 day up, but they're down significantly. Next, we got a couple more here. As you can see here, Callaway Golf is a good one also. They're down of late, down for the day, but up nicely. I would wait on this a little bit. It's almost at a 52-week high. Opco is a good one, but this stock stuck at $3-4 looks like for a long time. It's difficult to expect a short squeeze because the stock is not moving much. I love Wayfair, um, and all these Bitcoin stocks like Right Blockchain and Marathon. I think they're all good at this point. Bitcoin has fallen off so badly. Typically, what I do is really when there is a so much bad news in the market about Bitcoin, it's good to buy some of these stocks like Right Blockchain, BT, even Silvergate, one of my favorites, and Overstock. It's good to buy them slowly because there is a lot of bad news in the market, and that's the opportunity to buy these at a sale. I love Jumia also. It's a great play here. I think their stock is down. High short ratio as you can see here. They're down 1 day. 1 week they're up. They're up for 2 weeks also. I think it's a good one to accumulate. This stock also trades widely. I think it's good to slowly accumulate and go from there. Jinko Solar, same story. I think it's a great stock because solar stocks are out of fashion right now. This stock has fallen off, but they're showing some momentum in 1 week and 2 week, as you can see here. I love this stock. I would be buying this and accumulating. And same story, 3D Systems. I think it's a great stock. This one also already had a good amount of short squeeze here. I would wait for a small pullback and then buy 3D Systems. So with that, let's look at one or two stocks to really see how we can play this short game. So if you look at GoodRx here, one of my favorite stocks, stock has not done much, but it's got its ups and downs as you can see here. So right now, as you can see here, they had the earnings already. After the earnings, stock wants to go up a little bit as you can see here. And from an RSI perspective, it's a low RSI trying to gain momentum. So as you are, if you want to buy a short squeeze type candidate, look for RSI trying to go up, but still at a lower, lower value. For example, RSI below say 55 or so, but it's gaining momentum like you see here. That's when you typically want to buy if you want to buy a short squeeze type situation. And you also want to look at here we got DMI chart here. From a DMI perspective, the blue line is trying to go up here. That's what tells you stock is gaining some momentum. Blue line wants to go up, that's a bullish sign, and the red line wants to go down, which is a bearish sign. And you would also look at on the balance volume. As you can see here, on the balance volume is slowly turning upwards. That's a good sign. And you can also look at check in money flow. Here it's pretty constant here, which is good. Money is kind of there with the stock, and it's a little bit downturn. I would not worry about small variations here and there, but it generally shows smart money is with this stock. Next, let's look at KC Kingsoft. Similar situation here. As you can see, earnings is out. We had the earnings, and the stock is kind of stabilizing after the earnings. And RSI is kind of it's a little bit lower tick, but it's okay, kind of stable, flatline-ish. From a RSI perspective, this is not a great RSI scenario. I would love to see this blue line going up a little bit, but right now it's kind of flat to down. And volume average perspective, this is a little bit still. It might have one or two more down days. As you can see here, volume average is going down. So this is where you kind of slowly accumulate. Don't be too greedy buying, but slowly this situation improves on the balance, volume starts going up. And on the contrary, as you can see, a check-in money flow. Check-in money flow is trying to go up. That means even though chart is ugly right now, smart money is flowing into the stock. Many of these hedge fund managers and even big players, they really want to get in when the chart is ugly. That's when they can buy at a good price. When the chart tries to give a good signal on the balance and even the DMI, some of the smart money is already made at that point. That's why many folks want to be counter trend traders. They want to buy when the chart is ugly and when everybody is getting out. Last one is really Weibo here, again a Chinese stock, as you know very well. This stock also, sometimes it trades wildly and sometimes it's gets stuck in the trading range for a long time. I've seen this stock stuck in the trading range for a long time also. That's why when you look at a stock like this, you got to be careful not to buy call options, because if you buy call options without understanding some of these fundamentals and charts, you can lose your money, because call options lose money because of the theta decay. So with that, if you look at this year, earnings is over, stock is trading sidelines. They had one earnings here, stock kind of traded sidelines. If you bought some call option here, you'd be a big loser. Here, earnings stock went up. So this is when, if you look at this here, as you look through here, on the balance volume also came down, tried to go up a little bit. Here, if you look at, on the balance volume is here, it tries to go up slowly. So as you look at on the balance volume and also the check-in money flow and the DMI, you get an idea whether the stock can go up or down. So right here, as you can see, on the balance volume started going up, stock is down big time. That's when you kind of slowly buy, because stock will go up if the volume goes up, and also there is some positive price action. So at this point here, stock is down. On the balance volume, it tries to go up a little bit. Check-in money flow is at a okay type level. RSI is flattish. I think you can be a counter trend trader and buy some. So in the contrary, if the RSI is at a higher value, maybe say 70 or 75, you could do the counter trend trade, because typically when the RSI is higher, stock will be at a higher price. The moment you see short ratio with the higher price stock and trending upwards, you could buy some put options or put spread. That's another way to play on the short side of the game, but you got to make sure there's a RSI is high, stock is overbought, and some of these indicators will be pointing downwards a little bit, or they may be steady. So with that, thank you very much. Happy investing and trading, and please subscribe.